Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a very beautiful morning. It's Elizabeth Smith here from the Guru Co. And again, we have our Wednesday Cameo coaching set and self-coaching session. So today it's about self-motivation and self-belief, because I think over and over again, this is a subject that crops up in many different guises. And I thought actually is a massive topic for a very short self-coaching set. However, everything, absolutely everything, starts with that tiny little seed that needs planting. So I ask that today we treat this as a seed, and it's a seed where I hope you will share with others that they can plant their own and nurture it and grow it and feed it. But above all, be conscious of the outcomes that you may get from this, because it's not going to always be tangible. It can be actually a feeling that you will experience. So be very aware of those very minor bubbles that go on, those little tickles of excitement that go on, that often we overlook and just blast our way through our week. So what am I talking about? So I'm talking about excuse me, you know, when you wake up, and it's like this morning, which is very strange considering I chose this topic. This morning there's a beautiful mist out there, and there's a beautiful foggy milky dew over everything, and yet the sun is fighting its way. Now when we see that fog and that mist, and we're familiar with our surroundings or semi-familiar with our surroundings, we don't doubt that those things are still there. We just are aware that they are hidden behind mist, fog, or cloud. And it's that sort of, you know, you don't doubt, like on my way to the city in the mornings when it's like that, there are some beautiful churches and beautiful landscape, but not always can you see it. But you never doubt that it's there, or that it will be revealed again later at some stage. So what I'm asking you is, like, you know, if you think about it, think about the last time when you read a letter or some minutes from a meeting or a post on Facebook, and you can almost hear that person. If you know that person, you can almost hear their voice and their inflection on every word as you're reading it, and you picture them, and you know that that's them, and you know where they're coming from. And it's the same with this. This is where that self-motivation, that self-belief comes from, because you can picture it, you can hear it, you develop it in your own mind. You don't doubt that it's there. You don't doubt that when that sun goes down at the end of the day, that it will come up again tomorrow. But you can't guarantee what the weather will be like, but you don't doubt that it's going to happen. When you go to walk anywhere, you make a decision to go to the shops, you make a decision to leave the house this morning to go to work, you don't doubt for any moment in your mind that your legs won't take you there. For most of us, if we're very lucky, and I do, you know, accept that some people have difficulty walking, but you don't doubt the next breath, hopefully, unless you're terribly ill. You don't doubt that your heart will continue to beat with any luck. So it's those sorts of things. We just have to put that faith in there. And I don't doubt for a minute that you, whatever you are doing, can't do it. Because just because if you're not proficient at it, it doesn't mean you can't work towards it or find another way of doing it. What I'm trying to say is that it's about, if you make that decision to go towards something, to do something, the chances are, if the rewards are there, you'll do it. So this is where the seed comes in. It is planting that seed to start with. And it's that will allow you to grow and break through any of this self-doubt that you've got going, or the lack of motivation, or bringing in anything else that you can in order to not move forward. So every single action that you take towards that goal, towards that success, towards whatever it is that you've set out to do, is just like that sun burning off the mist and eventually revealing the countryside or whatever it is that you're searching for. So every step you take is well worth it. All right. Now, the next thing that it reminded me of was a wonderful metaphor. Again, I want just to introduce you to my love of metaphors. And it was about a race of frogs up a tall mountain. And it's a fabulous story about this swarms and swarms of frogs. And as they climbed the mountain, the audience, the other frogs down below, was hollering up to them, be careful, you're going to fall, be careful, it's really dangerous. And frogs gave up, frogs came down. Frogs decided that, yeah, it wasn't worth the risk, and rejoined the hordes, shouting at those that were climbing. And people did fall, the frogs did fall, and the frogs did land at the bottom. But eventually one frog made it to the top and held the flag with its success. And eventually the crowds asked him, when they got him down, how did you do that? Why did you not give up when everybody else gave up? And it turned out the frog was deaf. So I invite you today, please, to share this video if you can think of anybody else that's got this self-doubt in them, to share my video and just encourage yourself to be that deaf frog. Head towards that target, plant the seed, nurture it. Have belief that cloud, that fog, that mist will lift, but know that your goal is there and that every step you take towards it is a step closer than you were yesterday or a few minutes ago. You've got so many tools and so much already that's happening without any effort whatsoever. This is a minor tweak. These are all minor tweaks, and we can learn them. And you might fall, but laugh at it. It's fine. You've just entertained somebody as you fell, and you will have learned not to put your foot in there again. So power forward. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye for now.